Okay, so the word is Bitcoin bulls have taken over. They are pushing the price higher, and there's a lot of optimism in the markets right now uh, for a few reasons. And I'm going to break them down. I'm going to show you guys how I am approaching this because I like to always do my own investigation with the Bitcoin chart instead of just relying on articles and so forth to, you know, influence my trading. Right, I like to make sense of it myself, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share with you guys my opinion on this, how I'm breaking it down, and what I am currently doing. So to go over a new short-term position I opened up today, and instead of just showing you guys a screenshot, I'll show you guys the actual info. So right now, since opening it earlier, and I'm gonna tell you guys why I opened it. I bought 436 shares of BitU. Right now, it's up. It's fluctuating, but as of this second, it's $492.72, and it's still fluctuating a little bit. There's still some volume, even though it's super late at night and extended hours trading. Um, so I'm gonna keep monitoring that trade, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why I took it in a moment. But you guys remember a lot of this optimism is what's obviously due to the bigger picture bullish volume we've been seeing for a while now. But there is a lot of positive news. Now, none of this is like official. It's basically just a lot of optimism, a lot of positivity in the news for a potential positive outcome on a US and China tariff negotiation. So it's just more negotiation hype, pushing the price higher to keep that in mind. Nothing crazy on the Bitcoin price. It's just, or Bitcoin articles, just a lot of analysts just, sharing their opinions, but there's a lot of mixed news. So nothing surprising there. And then I was thinking, I'm like, well, on the Bitcoin heat map, do we have any clear evidence of like, you know, somewhat of a top being formed right here or a top that's nearby? And just looking at the Binance BTC USDT perpetual, all the leverage trading for that specific exchange, which I believe is where most of the liquidity is as well. Um, it could be because it's still fresh. We're just a few hours away from the top that was created. There's it's just nothing significant to point out. So I guess the liquidation heat map isn't really showing us anything too crazy. So I'm just gonna focus on the price structures itself, like I like to do for the most part either way. But what we have right now is, if you guys remember on previous videos, I kept saying, well, even if we reach the top of the yellow retracement, I still would like to see evidence of the previous fib extension area being maxed out and seeing if there's any weakness in it. Um, and regardless of this, I'm expecting this area to be hit. Uh, but one thing we didn't see was a retracement down into this, proper retracement area down here on a fib retracement area, which is something that I would like to see, but we didn't see that. Instead, we see it more bullish volume increasing. Now, the price didn't come down to that support area I was keeping an eye on, but I still bought either way, and that's what I want to explain to you guys right now. So, I did mention a few times on previous videos that this is a very important swing high. This swing high is one of the indicators I'm using basically to determine strength in this downtrend, and rather or not the downtrend is in, regardless of a retracement being there that I just moved. But if we can break over the swing high, you know, it's just more evidence that we need to be paying attention to determine on whether or not we're going to invalidate this purple area and then instead just start moving much, much higher. So as I was watching the price today, um, during market open hours in the US, uh, I noticed that we broke over that swing high and we just kept aggressive volume higher. And when we came back down basically perfectly at the swing high, just above 106,000, basically 106,900. And we used it as support and went up higher. Now, I didn't want to uh, open a position just because we found support at that swing high. I wanted somewhat of a confirmation that we are going to push the price higher regardless of the RSI being overextended. So what I ended up doing, the moment the price closed, when the price finally went up, it didn't just have to break over it, but I wanted to see a closed candle showing aggressive bullish momentum building up on the volume in order for me to want to get in. So basically, this isn't FOMO or me being hopeful or hyped. I wanted confirmation that hey, we broke over this, and we've been keeping track of this, smaller picture next leg up area. So seeing this candle break and close this one right here above this high after, or this, this happened after the price came down, retested the previous resistance. Once we had a candle close above this swing high, to me that says like, oh, it's quite clear that there's high probability that the price will continue up into this blue area. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm glad I bought $20,000 of BitU. I just showed you guys the position a moment ago, right here. But that was enough for me to want to jump into this and pretty much just update the retracement area and just push it up higher for a potential retest back into the yellow where the fluctuation is, and see if the RSI shows discounted levels, if the price comes down back to here. And it's very much possible, although again there's a lot of optimism with tariffs and that has a strong impact on the price. So I mean, it's as simple as that. There's not really a whole lot to say about why I took that position. Again, we had clear evidence that bullish momentum was strong enough to hold over this swing high, and strong enough to continue the momentum higher. So I bought in, and what I'm doing is, uh, I'm gonna give it a lot more room. Not because again I'm not a hopeful trader, but the reason I want to give it room for the SL is because even though we have aggressive move higher, we've seen this happen previously. Yeah, like back here. Even though we have aggressive move higher, we tend to retest smaller picture support areas and before the price goes up higher. So I want to continue to use this swing low right here as an SL for the new short-term position, and TP will basically be the moment the price breaks over 111K, which will be breaking over the median average area within this extension and taking profit within this area is what I plan on doing. And when it comes to the bigger picture swing trade that I mentioned before, it's as simple as finding the RSI to show weakness, discounted weakness, which is good for when we're in overall uptrend. So I want to use that as the chance to add to the longer term swing trade. Now the question is though, if I want to sell in this area for the short term trade, and have my SL down here, if it never gets triggered, well, we're a lot closer to the take profit area than we are to the SL area. But the reason I want to do that is because the RSI is just very much overextended, and a lot of this rally is due to hype and optimism with tariffs. So it's nothing concrete that we've seen this happen before. There's optimism leading up to an important meeting or a calendar event, and then it's just underwhelming and the price tanks. So I'm just not being overly optimistic with it. But the moment we break up into this area, basically at that point, I'm looking for a retracement, and it can be as simple as a retracement coming down into, let's say the price does come up here, it will be keeping track of the last swing low before we had the bullish break of structure. So then it will look something like this, where one sec, wrong one. It will be as simple as just following the price with I'll change the color when it's time, but it will be following the price higher, waiting for it to come into a short-term retracement, using that as a buying opportunity, and then again using previous SL area, which is a strong swing low, as an SL, and then at that point it will be the green area where I'm looking to start selling the short-term, a new short-term trade I'll take when we finally close out of this one, open up the new one, and then sell in that area and just continuing to take profit in and out of trades that way. Quite straightforward and quite simple. It allows us to, because again, the main thing I want to happen in order to invalidate the potential of the price finally coming down into this area will be for the price to start trading within the green. If the price starts officially trading into the green, then I've said this many times before, that's when I want to invalidate this purple area. But until then, I am being cautious. I'm still taking small trades, um, using smaller picture support, and of course smaller picture swing lows as an SL, and smaller picture resistance areas as a take profit. And I'm going to continue to do that until I'm more confident, and I explain to you guys what has to happen for that. But once we finally invalidate this area, then I'll be more aggressive with taking longs. But until that happens, I just want to make sure I'm in the right position to take profit for continue doing short term trades, taking profit on those, and then allowing myself to being strict with conserving capital, and positioning myself correctly to take advantage of deep value if the opportunity presents itself. So until we have that, bullish momentum to into the green to invalidate this purple, I'm still gonna be prepping for the possibility of the price coming down to the purple, and I'm gonna continue to take short-term trades, and I'll update you guys on them. So far, the one we took, we're up. It's actually went up a little bit now. It's $501.44 profit, and it went back down 492.72. So it's fluctuating within that area. So if Bitcoin can continue to find support within the blue and extend it up higher, then I'll be looking to sell again, and then using a smaller picture retracement as an opportunity to buy. You guys already know where my SL will be, and you guys know where my TP will be to take those profits. But as well, I'm gonna keep an eye on this bigger picture support, or the little bit of a bigger picture support fib retracement area, because if the price fails to break over 111,000, instead comes down into this area, then I want to keep an eye on the SL, and keep an eye on the RSI, keep an eye on the volume, because it may be an opportunity to add more just above the SL, for a retest into the green, another bullish pump higher, but still allowing a little bit of room for the SL in order to allow the price to. And I think I might change it to here. This will be more significant because it'll be under the blue. It will allow the price a little bit more room to breathe, a chance to accumulate more for an extension higher. And if instead the SL gets triggered, then great. That's what they're for. We can conserve capital. If we break below this, chances are we're going to come into the purple. So I want to make sure I'm conserving capital for this. But until then, I'm looking to continue to take profit, lock in profit as the price attempts to maximize this blue a little bit more. And again, regardless of it hitting this area now, soon, or the price coming down into support, overlapping retracement areas around 106K, I might take it as an opportunity to add more, and then put in a reasonable stop loss to protect myself, and I'll still be able to strengthen the position to go up higher. So we're either gonna see the price go up to 111 plus, or we're gonna see a delay where it comes down a little bit more and then it goes up higher. But regardless, that's the plan. Both pathways lead to the same TP. Both pathways have the same SL, same trade, just two different pathways. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So let's keep an eye on these charts. I'll keep you guys updated. And overall, on the more significant swing trades, the more important trades with higher liquidity in them, again, I'm conserving those to take profit within higher levels as the price not just breaks over 115, but breaks over 130 and starts mixing with 135 to 140 range. I really want to have a position on the side to take advantage of that as I continue the short-term trading. But yeah, it's as simple as that, guys. Positioning yourselves, in my opinion, this is all I'm doing. It's as simple as that. It's positioning yourself for more short-term bullish profit, but at the same time, position yourself where if we get deep discounted value, you will be protected and you will have a chance to accumulate more aggressively because you're going to be conserving capital if the trend breaks. And so far, another thing is as simple as, this is the all-time high currently, and if price is able to break over that all-time high, you you could probably expect a lot of FOMO liquidity to jump into the market and push the price higher. So this is the top of this extension is a very, very important area to keep an eye on. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.